Good morning. In this presentation, we are going to see how we can trade in MCX gold today. Before looking into that, let us see what happened yesterday and what we expected yesterday. Yesterday, gold market opened around 29,980. So this is the zone where the market opened yesterday, and these two vertical dotted lines and the black color box indicates the price opening and closing for the respective days. You can see that yesterday price closing is just above the previous days. Yesterday's price opening is just above the previous day's price closing. And also we know that yesterday's market and also the previous day market took some good resistance around 30,120 and 60. That was the key zone which we were targeting for this week, and also they came down and closed lower. So yesterday also what we thought is that the market, gold market, will continue its downtrend having the same resistance around 30,120 and 30,160 unless until we get a price action above this zone and a closing above this zone. We don't expect market to reverse its trend. So till then the market was expected to stay in the downtrend. That was our expectation, and now we can see what happened after that. After the price opening, it is just a continuation of what happened and closed on the previous day. The market is taking some support around 29,960. You can see that the market was staying in line with the trend. There is a selling and it is a consolidation. Initially in the initial trading session there was a long consolidation and the market was successful in breaking and staying in the trend. You can notice that the market is struggling to break this 30,020. You may notice that on the previous day also, after a drop around 29,960, the market struggled and tested this 30,020 and it found some resistance. So that is the same thing the market is trying. It is trying to put something above 30,020. It couldn't even reach the zone, and that caused a pressure and pushed the market down. So it has again tested a previous day's low. You can notice that this is the previous day's low and it has come down to 29,960. So it was completely staying in control and it is staying in line with the trend. So this 29,960 is providing some resistance for gold market, and the market is just consolidating again. So it put some effort to test this high again, and it was a failure that pushed the market down till 30,000. Now we need to pass this, and we can see that after reaching this 29,880, so this is this zone 29,890, you can notice that till this point, after testing the previous session high, the market came down and it has provided some good profit and it stayed in line with the trend. But all of a sudden what happened was that there was some news that affected the market, and the market just gave a clear bounce back. And because now we are following, you always know that we are following a 7-minute chart, which means every single candlestick represents 7 minutes, and within, you can notice that within 15 minutes these two candlesticks, the market just reached this major zone and the key resistance zone which we expected is 30,120 and 30,160. So within this is the potential and volatility you can expect in gold market. So it is always that is a major reason why we always say trading in gold requires more funds, and also it requires more learning from you. You need to be strong on support resistance, you need to be strong on zones, and at times you need to book profit at regular time intervals. But it is worth investing time and your money in gold because it will provide you good returns if you stay in line with the trend and if you follow a basic and a principled trading analysis. So now what we should notice that is that after entering the zone within a fraction of 15 minutes, the market has taken some resistance around this, just because it is a very key resistance zone. That is why we are targeting this 30,120 and 30,160, just because you know that on yesterday's market, on the previous day market also, the market tried to stay above this zone. Not only one time, on Tuesday the market tried to stay above 30,160 and there was a failure. And also on Wednesday, yesterday also, on the previous day, that is on Tuesday and Monday, the market tried to stay above 30,160 and there was a failure. So many times there was a failure. That is the major reason we were targeting this 30,120 and 30,160 zones. So now what we can do is that we should see what happened after that. So after that it is a clear drop down again. You can see after taking, so that is the reason this is called a major trend deciding zone. After reaching the zone, the market showed a clear price down direction and it pushed the market till 29,930, just near the day's low. So this is the potential in gold market. If you stay in trend, it will provide you a good thing. And the market came down and tested 29,920 and as always, at the end of the trading session, the market consolidated around the zone of 29,960s, and it closed around 29,990 or 29,000, around 30,000 we can say approximately. So what we can do and what we can put our strategies for today is that let us go back and see the entire price action again. So initially it was dominated by the seller till this zone. Just there was a spike back to our major key zone, and again it was dominated and completely dominated by the sellers and pushed the market down. So it closed around 30,000 zone. When we compare the yesterday's price closing with the price opening, more or less it can be considered equal. So it is an equal but dominated by the sellers, but it is we should notice some potential zones. So 29,920, you can see that it has provided some good support. Again this 30,020 and 30,060 cannot be neglected, because it is providing some resistance. If the price is going to stay above this, it can provide a possible support also. So there is no change in our strategy, because today also we are expecting gold to continue its downtrend. And regarding the price opening, more or less it is going to be a neutral opening, because it can open more or less near the same zone where it has closed yesterday. So the price opening is always also going to be a neutral. That is what we are expecting. And again there is no change going to be in the staging strategies till this zone 30,120 and 30,160 is good, because it is the major zone. The gold market should clear this zone of 30,160 and should put some positive support around this zone in order to move the market higher. So that is what we are expecting in gold market even for today. It can possibly continue its downtrend, but a word of caution, we cannot take this zone very easily, because it has provided us a hint that there is some crucial buying in the market. This price action cannot be neglected, and these support zones cannot be neglected. So what we can do for today is that it is going to be a crucial day for gold traders, because again we are going to target this 30,120 and 60 unless until we get a clear price action and a closing above this zone. It is expected that it is quite difficult for gold market to move higher. Till this zone you can go for selling, but after that it can be a possible buying also. So what we expect is that, so this is what we expect in gold trading for today. Let us see what's going to happen during our trading session. And thanks a lot for all your support in watching our videos. And a word of caution is that particularly in gold, don't trade without a stop loss. So this is the potential. You have seen that yesterday what happened. In a flash of seconds, it can happen only in gold and silver. So in a flash of second, within 15 minutes the market can move potentially ups and downs. So don't trade without a stop loss. Always place a stop loss in gold trading, and learn how to target the zones and support and resistance, how to coordinate, and all these things you have learned in technical analysis. That will be much helpful in gold trading. So happy trading. Take care. Bye. Let us see what's going to happen during the trading session. Take care.